Hey Hesbos, welcome to Hesby Street. On this episode, we have Zack Chapaloni and Torio Grol again. Nothing's changed. Do us a favor. Follow us on Instagram at Hesby Street Pod. Subscribe on YouTube, Hesby Street there. Also, every week, we have a bonus episode on Patreon, patreon.com/Hesby Street. Also, check out our website, hesbystreetpod.com. The calendars will be going on sale this week, or at least pre-sale. Hope to be shipping them out in the next week or two. We just got done recording an audio element of the calendar. How does that work, you're wondering? Well, you're going to have to buy one to find out. It was pretty funny, I think.
I think it's funny.
Yeah. So I think that's it, right? Everything. The website has other stuff. Merch, other merch, show dates.
Yep.
One of us got into Sketchfest. One of us didn't. Maybe it'll say on there. I don't know.
Fuck, we should have mentioned that.
And yeah, I believe that's it. Thanks. Hello. Welcome. There it is.
Welcome. We finally arrived.
We have arrived.
We got home. We just drove back from the Bay doing comedy.
Yeah, dude.
I love it, man. I love comedy.
Last night, Zack was like, we're going to leave at 6 a.m. And in my head, I was like, no way. And then at 5:45, he was like, you ready? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. And then we drove 6 hours, and now we're here podcasting.
You had a minor meltdown at a sandwich place.
Well, I did. I got disrespected at a sandwich place.
I wasn't there. I really want to know what happened.
I fought my inner Karen. I was like, don't you. Well, so Zack, it's not a good story.
Because it doesn't paint you in a good light, or it's not like eventful?
It never got anywhere.
Oh, okay.
But Zack ordered a sandwich.
Yeah.
And I ordered a sandwich. And then Zack left.
I had to step out.
But the name was under Zack. So I'm waiting for a half hour. Like, I'm looking at the receipt. It's been a half hour. You know, it's a long time to wait for two sandwiches.
Yeah. And
then it's at Mendocino Farms on Santa Monica.
Yep.
Just because I don't want people to think I'm afraid to call them out. Because I'm not.
That's what they're all thinking at home. They're like, this
pussy won't call them out. Mendocino Farms of Santa Monica, Hollywood. They finally say Zack. And I go up there, and it's not a sandwich. It's a chimichurri. You ordered a chimichurri sandwich.
Yes.
And it's a chimichurri bowl. And I'm like, this isn't. I'm like, we wanted the sandwich. And the guy goes, that's for Zack. And I'm like, I'm Zack. And he's like, no. And I'm like, does he know my name?
Right.
Because the order is under Zack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, we got the chimichurri. It's for Zack, but we ordered, like, I'm showing him the receipt. I'm like, it's the sandwich. And he's like, I don't know, man. And I'm just like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then Zack shows up, grabs it, and leaves. And I'm like, what's... And he's like, you're a different Zack. Like, I'm supposed to just know.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, all right. And then I was like, I guess I'm wrong.
He sounds like
I'm wrong.
Sassy surfer boy.
He was sassy.
He's like,
But it was one of those things where, like, I don't think he did anything wrong. I was just like, we had just driven 6 hours.
You're hangry.
It was 30 minutes for this sandwich. It's like, you got to check on the other Zack, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to be like, that's different, Zack. Let me at least pretend to look for yours and just say it's not ready yet.
Yeah.
But he was just like, you're not, you're the problem.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just want my sandwich. So it never escalated that hot, but I was just, in my head, I was ready to snap.
Can I tell you that while you were experiencing that energy,
Yeah.
I was perfectly in sync with where your mind was.
Yeah,
in
we're
my
on the
own
same
world.
frequency.
I was in my own slew of
Right.
problems. We go to the sandwich shop, and I need to get drugs for my surgery tomorrow, my wisdom teeth.
Yeah, Zack's I'm worried, dude. What if you're not
painkillers.
funny anymore?
They might take out the funny tooth.
The funny tooth.
Funny bone.
It could be a tooth.
I go, don't touch
Never.
my funny bone. And they laugh. And then I lift up my apron at the boner.
Then you wink and go, you could touch it a little.
So
I'm married. But not happily.
she's
No,
just in the waiting room. So I go on where Google Maps says the CVS is right behind Mendocino. So I'm like, I'll be back in a second. I walk behind Mendocino. It's just a vacant lot. That's maybe there will be construction soon.
Or there
isn't
used
now.
to be a CVS. There's no CVS.
So I click, and the CVS, it says it's right in that vacant lot. I'm like, I walk left and right watching my dot move, and I'm like, this isn't right. And then I look it up, like, let me see a picture of this place.
Mm-hmm.
And the pictures are, like, the inside is set up. So I'm like, what's the address?
Is it above you?
And it says, the address is Target.
Oh, it's inside the Target.
So then I walk around, but it's a weirdly shaped shopping center where you got to go all the way to the corner to go upstairs. So I'm like, there's got to be a way in. So I'm walking by like loading dock area, and I go in through some place that says like this way to the parking lot and shops.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm waiting 30 minutes for a sandwich. So I'm like, he must get this in this amount of time.
So totally. I walk down this like incandescent light or fluorescent light hallway, and these two ladies they work in the center, the shopping center. I'm like in an employee zone.
Right.
And they work in the shopping center. No one stops me. No one tells me. I'm just like whatever, man. It's a weird city. And it's probably looking for somewhere to nap. And so I walk towards the elevator, and I'm like, this goes to
Target.
2.
Got to.
Target's on the second floor. So the ladies look at me all weird, like I'm standing by the elevator. It's just me and them. And one of them walks in, and I start to walk, and then I turn to the other. I'm like, oh, sorry, go ahead. And she looks at me like, yeah, why you don't go ahead? Like we belong here.
So it's not a public elevator.
Like looked at me weird. It wasn't not a public. It's just no one was using it but employees.
Okay.
But it was access to the parking lot. I think no one just goes this route.
Right.
That I was on. So I get in the elevator and I go to press 2 on Target, and I see they press basement parking. So I'm like, okay.
So you're going down.
So this is going down. So I got out. Walk around looking like there's got to be stairs next to this elevator or something. I pace for maybe 2 minutes. Come back near the elevator. The elevator door has not closed.
They're still in it?
They're still in it, just looking at me like, the fuck? I'm like, what is this time? Like,
and you never thought to ask, how do I get to Target?
They didn't speak English.
Okay. How do you know that?
I could tell. Okay. They weren't speaking English to me. I'll tell you that much. So I walked all the way around, up the stairs, into the back, give them my thing, and they think I'm trying to buy drugs illegally. I hand them the thing, and I'm like, hey.
Oh, you get into the CVS.
CVS in the back of Target. And then they go, well, let me check. I waited for 20 minutes. They finally look up from a computer like, hello, let me see if I can get that for you. And then she hands it to the pharmacist. And the pharmacist, I hear the pharmacist go, have they been here before? And I'm looking up like, are you talking about me?
Right.
Do they live in the area? I don't know if I can.
Right, because you're getting
far away.
painkillers.
And then they look at the address of the thing, and they're like, that's far away. So I want to be like, are you talking about me?
Right.
I don't give a fuck if it's far. Give me my drugs.
Right.
I'm going to be in pain soon.
Right.
I mean, tomorrow.
And give me my sandwich.
So you're just screaming, give me my sandwich. And I'm like,
dude,
take me to a pharmacist that can pharmacize me.
Yeah. Yes, pharmacize me.
Pharmaceut me.
Sandwich me and pharmacize Zack. That's what I always say.
Sandwiches and drugs. That's what this life comes down to, man.
Yeah, so it's been a long day. It's like probably like I don't even know what time it is. Maybe 1 o'clock right now. And it feels like I'm ready to go to sleep.
I wonder if the Hesbos relate to this. Like, I would call it a Twilight Zone day.
Yes.
Where you look around and you go, this could be a dream.
None of this could be real.
A bad dream.
Not even like a nightmare, just like a nightmare in the sense that it's just a boring, monotonous dream. We're having so much fun potting.
Getting anywhere. Finally, we got to the pod. This is where life begins.
This is where it all
life
gets
begins
started.
At Podception.
Damn, did you just think of that?
No, I wrote that 3 years ago.
Finally got to use it.
Slowly built my way. I'm like, Torio, it's a pandemic. You want to do a
podcast?
I got a microphone. Every time I go to bed, I look at it, I go, not yet. We'll know when it's time to strike.
You nailed it, dude.
Yeah, man.
You were waiting. You just tomorrow you text me like, I'm done with the pod, I think.
Yeah, I don't see what the point is.
Oh, man. Well, we're back. We're back in Hollywood.
That's right. City of Dreams.
Take Fountain.
Yeah, back in my apartment, man. I'm home.
We're back, dude. I can't wait to go home. Welcome to Zack's apartment, by the way. I
Yep.
feel like people don't know.
You know where this is my crib.
It ain't Hesby Street no more.
Why don't you guys follow me downstairs to the in-unit washing machine I split with the building. People leave their lint in.
$1.25 to wash, $1.75 to dry.
Damn, I wish it was $1.75 to dry.
Is it more?
I think it's $2.
Damn, dude. Mine's 50 cents to dry.
Wow.
$1.25 to wash, 50 cents to dry. Yeah, dude.
Are you grossed out by cleaning out other people's lint?
No,
It doesn't gross me out either, but I
it's
feel
clean.
like it should.
it just got cleaned.
Yeah, but it's like it's their like residuals.
It's the clothes residuals.
Yeah, but like their clothes. Like
Yeah, it doesn't bug me.
yeah, it doesn't bug me either, but
Now
I feel like it should.
It might bug me now. I've
Yeah.
never really thought about it because to me, I just always thought, well, it just got cleaned.
Right, but it's like their hair sometimes, and their like little pocket
I
lint.
guess it does. I mean, I always just kind of wash my hands. After.
Yeah, I mean it's weird for me because I sniff it and lick it.
Yeah.
and I try to guess the apartment number.
Mhm.
That's weird.
That's a 6, apartment 6.
Oh, that's Dolores upstairs in 12. I've never been so sure of anything in my life. Sweet Dolores.
Yeah, I think I don't know if people have this in other this is a work trip, right? For and I wonder if other professions that have work trips have the same when you get back, it's like the whole day's ruined.
You need like a day to adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's tough when it's like, I've been out of town the last 3 weekends. I'm going to be out of town this weekend.
Yeah.
And it's like, at some point you can be like, I can't have 5 dead days just because I'm traveling every week.
Yeah.
But it's hard not to, man. Your body just needs it.
Yeah. I think like it could go better if I like was healthier. But whenever I go into
Healthier
comedy
on the
shows,
road.
Yeah. I just drink. I mean, even leading up to it too. Like if I didn't if I worked out a little more and ate right.
Yeah, I remember like when I first went on the road a few times and the headliner would like hit the gym up at the hotel.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, and now I get it.
Right.
Like, yeah, now it's like,
oh, we got to maintain a quality of life.
you either have to not drink or you have to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You got to do one or the other.
Yeah.
And
That's a good Dr. Torio
that's right.
tip.
You either got to hit the treadmill
Right.
or you got to say pause on
Or
the drinky drink.
hit the ice water.
That's right. Yeah, but we're back, dude.
Doing what we love. We had some
This is
shows.
what we love, man.
I opened for Finesse Mitchell. They're featured.
Ooh, formal Saturday Night Live. Finesse Mitchell. Can't remember a single sketch he was
Me
in.
neither.
Does he have like a hit sketch?
I don't know. I didn't want to ask him about SNL.
It's a
'cause I
bummer.
don't
Like,
know.
do you know Luke Knoll?
Yeah.
So
he
he's
did our show. in
He's a
LA.
comic,
musical comedian.
musical comedian. I didn't even.
Hilarious.
Very funny. Because I feel like you need to say that with musical
Yeah,
comedian.
totally.
Because it's like, a lot of times it's like, what is this jabroni doing?
Yeah.
But he's funny. And nice guy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was on Saturday Night Live. He was in the featured cast one season. It's
Yeah.
like, there's other people like that, like Brooks Wheelan, John Radzinski.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, it's just it's like, woe is me. You got to be on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
But it's also like, it's kind of a bummer when you were just a featured player, never got in like a memorable sketch,
Yep.
Nothing that went viral.
Yep.
And then you probably think this is dope. I did 12 I got to go to the SNL parties. I got to meet Taylor Swift and
Yeah.
whoever. And then it's just, now you're just doing open mics in LA again, or not that their job's bad, and not that they're not making money. They're making money. I'm sure they've got other side gigs, but like, you're on Saturday Night Live. You're so close to being
mega.
your career being made.
Mega.
And
Mega star.
but yeah, so like Finesse Mitchell was probably on Saturday Night Live 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Well, here's the thing about him, and I, to the point of that you were making, like, I wish he was less famous for the game to make sense to me. Like, I love him. I really liked him. I thought he was hilarious, and he clearly has been working hard for a long time.
Right.
And like I guess he had a big thing on like BET Comic View. Like I think he was one of the, when that show was at its peak. Like he was one of the returning comics or something. But like he has a huge following, and it's still like light years away from what we think of as mega famous. So I think to me it's always this binary of like I'm known and discovered, or I'm unknown and undiscovered. And there's such a fat area in between where he has like, maybe like I think 90,000 Instagram followers, people hitting him up all the time. He just toured with Chappelle.
Right. But
Like
he's not selling out shows.
Exactly. And that bums me out. I'm like, I need you to just not be famous for like my mind to understand this.
Yeah.
Because it's just, there are, like they say, there's levels to this shit. There really are so many levels.
I don't love it, man.
It bums me out.
I don't love it, man.
I don't love it, man.
I don't love it, man.
I'll tell you what, man. This game is just Jon Gruden.
Just depressed Gruden now that he's
comedy
unemployed.
has just crushed him.
Dude, I don't love it.
I don't love it, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll be honest. It's like I tell people I love it. I
can't-
tell people I love it because I'm trying to convince myself that I love it.
I can't
But
sell
I
out a
don't-
theater. I had a meltdown at Cobb's last week. Now I'm in a rehab clinic. I'm doing the work as they tell me to do.
John, I mean, I thought this was like your passion.
Yeah, well, now my passion is choosing happiness.
That's good. You're like finding your bliss.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm aligning myself.
That's great. You get your chi aligned.
Yep, every day. Doing a gratitude list.
Oh, I would love to hear your gratitude list.
Yeah, you know.
Did you just spout a few off the top of your head? Some things
Sure.
you're grateful for?
Yeah, I'm thankful for family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love family, man. I got a kid who's a fucking psycho. I love it, man.
Are you talking about your super ripped kid?
Yeah, he's nuts, man.
Do you resent him a little bit because you got fired from the Las Vegas Raiders?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you pursued comedy, but he stayed on the team.
Yep.
Do you feel like that's a betrayal of sorts, or do you still love it, man?
Do you have a pen? I got to cross something off my gratitude list.
Okay. So family's no longer on the gratitude
I don't
list.
love all the families.
Okay. So let me just maybe there's some other things on the list you could.
Yeah, you know, I had a great game of football. You know, it gave me opportunities I never thought I would have ever had. You know, I was just a kid in, a tough town.
Yeah. So you would say that you're grateful for the NFL.
I'm grateful, man. They gave me every opportunity to succeed.
But you are currently in litigation against them. You sued the NFL.
Yeah, well, they crossed
want
the
the
line
pen
of
back?
privacy. Yeah, can I get that? Is that you don't need it for a while, do
I
you?
know, you can just hang on to that.
Yeah, this is becoming more of a to-do list.
God, we're so lucky to have Gruden on our pod
Well,
so
I love it,
often, man.
I love venting and healing, man.
I'll tell you what, I'm grateful for you, John.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
Well, I'm grateful. Some of the things you've done and said are pretty problematic,
Right.
but I'm grateful that you're
It's a bold take because no one lately said they're thankful for me.
you've recognized the error in your ways and you're moving in the direction of healing.
It's maybe career suicide what you're doing for yourself. You know that, right?
You know what? That's okay, John.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a stand-up guy, man. I love it, man.
All
I
right.
appreciate that. Torio.
I'm actually curious more about what you don't love.
What
That was interesting earlier when you said you didn't.
I don't love it, man.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a dark cloud. It's just hanging over my head, man. I tell you what, I wake up every day and I feel nothing but the desire to withdraw completely.
Oh wow, that's dark.
I want to go back to bed.
Yeah. So you would say you're probably maybe clinically depressed.
I don't know about that stuff. I try to keep my head clear about that. I'm a positive guy.
Do you think it might stem from maybe some of your childhood trauma?
Yeah, I never thought about that. I had a pretty good childhood. Jay was always a better athlete, of course.
Your brother Jay Gruden,
My brother Jay Gruden,
who also got fired from the NFL
yeah,
for some interesting, also
I think it was sex stuff.
problematic. Yeah, there was some sex stuff going on.
Yeah,
Cheerleaders.
which I think is worse. But apparently, as a society, you say a bad word in an email here and there,
Yeah.
disparage women.
So you're saying Jay is a better athlete and a better misogynist?
Yeah, the guy's a killer, man.
He's killed a man.
Oh yeah, he's a literal
Okay.
killer.
Interesting.
He's a literal killer, man.
Wow, breaking the news.
Yeah, I guess I buried the lead a little bit. I'm just on a path to,
Righteousness.
yeah,
Yeah. So come out with all of it.
It's gonna be a hot take, but I feel like there's mental health gets stigmatized.
I don't think that's I think that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think we get to open up as much. I always had to play football.
You
But really,
you had to.
yeah, my daddy,
Yeah.
he's a tough guy.
Papa Gruden.
Papa Gruden was a tough guy.
Yeah, it was.
For Christmas, we got whiteboards,
Mm-hmm.
expo markers,
Okay.
and a Vince Lombardi playbook on the design of football.
I love it.
I mean, that book taught me everything.
Did it teach you the plays?
The dive.
It taught you dive.
The dive play.
That's when
where you run right up the middle.
Right up the middle. That
Genius
taught
design.
you that. You had to be taught that.
Yep.
Yeah, you couldn't think of that on your own.
Right.
The running up the middle.
Yep.
And so what would the other one be? Running sideways?
Well, there was the sweep right then the legendary sweep left.
Now, what is the difference between the sweep right and the sweep left?
Torio, I've never been more aroused that you asked.
Okay.
So you have a guard on the line, right?
Okay.
This guy's pulling out, and he's kicking fucking ass, right? Because Daddy wasn't there for him.
And is that the sweep right or the sweep left?
It's sweep left. Okay. Left guard. His father was not involved.
Okay.
Not a good guy. You know, just a bad man.
Yeah.
But you had to respect your dad, right?
You have to.
And that's the guard I want. He's just kicking out, man.
Yeah.
He's pulling. And
would you say that in a way you're letting your guard down?
I guess so, man. That's pretty beautiful, man.
Yeah.
So this guard.
He's pulling
for his life.
He's pulling for you, John. He's pulling for you, John.
He's kicking out. At defensive end.
Right.
Sealing the hole.
And that's on the left side?
That's right.
Okay. And then just for the semantics of it, a sweep right would be what?
Now you got a right guard here. Who was most often neglected by his mother.
Okay.
Which isn't good for a boy. You know?
Right.
Because your mom teaches you compassion.
And this is the right guard?
This is any right guard.
Any right guard.
You find anyone.
Okay.
It's the right guard
so
I
this
want
isn't
on my
anyone
team.
specifically.
It's the right guard I want on my team.
Okay.
The one I understand most.
Okay.
He's pulling right, man, and he's kicking ass. Because he had to fight for everything. All the way through second grade. He had buck teeth. He had buck teeth.
Got it, yeah. This is every right guard you've ever touched.
Every right guard. The face like the Mad Magazine cartoon. It just ruined your childhood.
I understand.
You know, you're getting picked on. You got a gap. You know, kids are calling you Opie.
And then so the runner would run right.
It's not right.
This is right sweep.
It's not right what the kids do to you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so. It's okay, man. It's okay.
So that guard pulls right, and he creates change where there wasn't any before. He finds a way.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man.
This is how I've been, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Spider 2 wiping in.
Well, here's the thing, John, and I'm gonna come clean with you. The NFL sent me. You got to drop the case, man.
Can't do that.
The NFL loves you.
They hacked my emails.
The NFL loves you, dude. The NFL knows what's best for you.
They hung me out to dry.
Uh-huh.
Like yesterday's laundry.
Mm-hmm.
Which had been cleaned. In my analogy, I'm sure you understand.
It's not dirty laundry drying.
And it's clean laundry.
Oh,
you got clean laundry.
Okay.
And that's how I've been treated.
Because if you're drying dirty laundry, what made it wet?
I guess like mud or swamp or something.
Well, you might as well clean it. If you got mud on it, what's the point of drying
or
it?
fire hydrant.
Yeah.
Like a New York summer or something, maybe.
Well, you know what, John? Thanks for stopping in again.
Where are we?
We're going to get you a car home, bud.
So I got to wear the jacket or I can't move my arms. Because I got to get my arms up here, man.
You got to.
This
You got to stay
I'm
up.
Fighting. Boof.
I hope people still think Gruden's fun. Because it's become half our podcast. Whew. Yeah, sad Gruden, man. It's got to be a weird house to be in.
Yeah. I couldn't even look at him being down in the dumps.
Just his wife, just like, I can't love you.
Right. Honey, I left this whiteboard out. Maybe we could drop a little QB option, right? You're just saying that.
Nah, it doesn't matter who's going to do it. Derek doesn't come around anymore.
Derek will just run the play by himself. Audible at the line.
They keep winning without me. What do I need? I need to be there.
Come on, honey. Come on.
You heard what Derek said in the interview? He said
you were a great coach.
He said you're a great coach. He didn't mean it. He doesn't call and text. All right. What else we got, dude? It's Banger City time.
Is it?
Yeah, we're getting there. You ready to end on a banger?
No. No.
Zach.
I'm not.
Yes.
No.
No. Wish I was New Zealandish. New Zealander?
Would you want a Kiwi girl?
Dude, I would love a Kiwi girl.
Okay, but she's got face tats. Maori face tats.
What's Maori?
Maori?
What's that?
Maori?
I don't care about that. I love
It's like
her,
the
dude.
tribal Polynesian.
Fuck yeah.
She's like, Torio.
Is she a surfer girl, though?
She's like, Torio, you want pupa for dinner?
What's that?
It's like...
and yes.
It's like a rodent.
Okay. I mean, you said
most-
yes already,
The
I
most
guess.
appealing way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting British now.
Yep. No.
It's like a rodent.
Okay.
It's like Australian.
Is it good?
No. No.
So why do we want to have it?
Well, it's culturally, it has value
Do you want it?
in our culture.
Do you want it for dinner?
I'd rather not, but I do like teaching you about my culture.
So you want me to eat it, but you don't want to partake in it?
I would love it if you tried it.
If you would love it, I would love to try it.
Okay. Do you want fur on or off?
Off.
Okay. You sure?
No.
Yeah, I don't think you want that.
You want me to eat it with the fur on?
You want it on.
All right, sure.
Trust me.
What are the
I'm
odds?
all over with my accent.
What is the odds?
I summered in England.
What are the odds of this making me ill?
The rodent?
Yeah.
The odds?
Yeah.
Have you had rodent before?
No.
Astronomical.
Okay.
In that case.
I was hoping for 50-50.
You haven't built up
Okay.
a tolerance yet.
And you're married to this idea of me trying it.
I'm quite fond of it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Get in there
Will you take care of me if I'm sick?
in a certain way.
What does that mean?
Well, like, I'll stand outside.
Oh,
and
you're not
ask if
gonna
you're okay.
You're not gonna hold me and tell me it's all gonna be okay?
Well, tradition says the man who's sick with rodent.
What do your face tattoos mean?
This one's like a god of something that fought for a thing that we all
Okay.
know as a mountain.
Fought for a thing that we all know is a mountain. That's the words you just said. Okay, and I love you?
I'm roughly translating folklore.
Okay.
But again, summered in England.
Let me ask
I
you
have
this.
a very loose grasp on my culture.
I would love to partake in your culture. What if I get a face tattoo of the volcano mountain thing? Don't eat the rodent. Could that be a nice compromise?
It's an option, I suppose.
Yeah.
Probably would set us back a few years on a trajectory towards, marriage and a happy life in the family.
That's fine. I was going to say we should probably slow things down.
All right. So then I'm assuming you don't want me to put a bone through your penis.
Yeah, we could shelf that. We could shelf the bone through the penis tradition.
I feel like once a Maori person hears this, I'm like, okay, no. I'm sorry. This is not okay.
Canceled. Yeah.
I remember there was a place in New Zealand where they were sending people to live. And you made money just for accepting to live there.
That was like Alaska. They pay you
Ireland did
$1,000
that too.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah, I'll go to Ireland. They'll pay me.
I think there was a place in Ireland. It was like an island.
Well, it's like Italy with the $1 houses. Same idea.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like this can't be good. Never move somewhere
But it could
where
be.
they're going to pay you to live there.
Nah, it could work out. Yeah, it's not going to be ideal. You're not moving to the Hamptons, you know, but you're moving somewhere where we're all going to work together.
I could just see you living in the slums of Italy and totally hitting your stride. Just drinking wine out of a little cup on the street.
I run this town now, dude.
Yeah. Well, which day? You kissing people?
Yeah. It's like, oh, you want some vino in this city? Comes through me, man.
I'd go live in Mexico if I could.
Would you?
Yep.
Why? Why not? I mean, why not go do it then?
Tacos.
You're gonna go.
That's why I would.
No, I'm saying what's stopping you?
Comedy, man.
Comedy. Yeah, that's the thing with me in Europe. It's like I want to move to Europe and take advantage of my citizenship, but it's like people don't realize if you leave comedy for a week or a month,
it all passes you by.
It passes you, and then if you were to leave for a year, it would really pass you. You hear about the cruise ship comedians. They come back, and it's just no one knows who they are.
Right.
And they're out there making 6 figures a year.
They're working the whole time.
But then they get back, and everyone's like, who are you?
Oh, yeah. You do comedy sometimes, right?
Yeah, and then
I headlined every night for.
But
3
then
weeks.
also they perform and they're bad
Yeah.
by the standards of what comedy is
Right.
at a club.
Because they're like,
because
wow,
they're
no
doing clean
kids.
comedy for families.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
So it's like, hey man, can I get up on this show? It's like, yeah, of course. So the elephant goes with his big swinging trunk.
yeah,
That
So
would
it's-
be me as a cruise.
So it's not that.
What's
but
your
it's-
cruise? What's your cruise comedy bit?
Mine would just be, this is not a joke. The ship is going down. And guys, can we just be cool about it? Women and children first this time. And like,
And you go, no, wow. Let's switch it up.
yeah, you want equal rights?
Now here we go.
Here we go.
Let's getting real equal here.
And they'll be like, why did I walk the whole room? Why did everyone
Whoa.
leave?
Too soon, I
Whoa,
guess.
can't take a joke?
Mine would be just voices. Silly voices. I would just turn into like a Shakespearean one-man like traveling fucking trunk show.
Yeah.
I'd be like, who goes there? I haven't learned any Shakespeare, by the way.
Ye. Just say ye and ye old house.
Ye young house. Ye medium
Medium
house.
house.
Ye students of Shakespeare, welcome to day 1. Welcome to level 1 Shakespeare. I am your host, Frank Shakespeare.
You don't even know it's William Shakespeare. Just Kyle Shakespeare.
As you all know, I thought of this play.
I like there being like a actually it's William Shakespeare I think you're referring to. And right? Or who's Kyle Shakespeare? Could you enlighten us on that?
Historians refer to him as William, but
Yes.
he always went by Kyle.
Oh. Don't think that's true,
It's
but
lost in the
continue.
record
Oh,
books.
interesting.
Antiquity.
Okay, so this is your take on it. Okay.
It's lost in antiquity.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm so sorry for interrupting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I was a soldier for...
Are you asking me?
No.
Okay.
Just thinking thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
My first years as Frank Kyle Shakespeare.
So I can't speak exactly for Frank Kyle Shakespeare. I can say with definitive certainty that William Shakespeare was never in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of us might be confused.
Okay.
It could
Okay.
be you, though.
It could be.
Accept that.
Honestly, it could be.
Accept that truth.
Yes. Okay.
So anyway, I was fighting Peloponnnesia. They're close to where I'm from, which is standard
England.
England.
Yes, there you go.
Standard England, I was going to say.
Standard England time.
In modern New England.
Yes, New England. Oh,
England, regular England.
Regular old England.
Or was it New England?
It was old with an E.
I fought in Ye Boston Tea Party.
Oh, for the British.
Like,
Against Americans.
for justice of the peace.
Got it.
Just an illiterate performer that's like
Yeah.
jumping
Okay.
through.
So it was basically Kyle Shakespeare versus George Washington
yes,
in the Battle of the Boston Tea Party.
of the bulge.
Of the Bulge. Battle
Yeah.
of the Bulge.
I always like that
Oh, you
one.
jumped right up to World War II.
Yes,
Might as well. You're Kyle Shakespeare.
Well, we counted wars very differently back then.
right. Time was different back then.
Yeah, every war felt like a world war, and
Got
there
it.
were far more than 2.
Right.
But I thought
Some are against the Peloponnesians.
that's right, and so that's where I was
You
inspired.
know, the famous England versus Peloponnesian. Peloponnesia?
Anyway, on the field of battle is where I was inspired to write my first play.
Oh, this is your first one.
It was a 3-act dramedy.
Dramedy.
That's right.
Yes. Because everyone knows your famous comedies and dramas, but you actually meshed the two
I
for
always-
your very first play.
First time I decided, I was like, this one's got to be different.
And that play was called
Once, twice,
3 times.
a lady.
A lady. Oh, of course.
Yep.
Shakespeare's first
3-act
critically acclaimed
dramedy.
3-act dramedy, Once, Twice. What was that about?
So it was
Basically.
mastiff. It was about a mastiff, a bull mastiff.
Yes, it was about
dog.
a dog
That's right. Named Lady.
named Lady.
And her dog friend.
Uh-huh.
who was just a little slutty tramp.
Got it.
Then-
So you're just changing this right into Lady and a Tramp.
I've never heard of it.
It must have been inspired by your play.
How
So
dare
many
you.
of Shakespeare things are
Borrowed ideas.
borrowed ideas.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we shall never return them. I always say that to people. That was something I always said.
That's something you always
I'm
said
okay.
and
I'm-
continue to
My
say.
show on the cruise is one of those reenactment people that like pretend to be Abraham Lincoln
Yeah,
and tell
right.
you the story of their
You're-
life.
Yeah, no, I know.
I got to do Frank Shakespeare. I got to do William Shakespeare, and I don't know a goddamn thing about that.
Yeah, I know what the scene is we're doing.
I just need to make sure I
you
know.
needed to make sure you knew. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Now, I invented balloon animals.
Oh, can you show us?
No. It's personal for me. Some things I enjoy in privacy.
I understand Kyle William Frank Shakespeare.
Now, where were we? Yes, my third piece. I don't want to talk about my second play.
Sure.
If you mind.
The sophomore slump.
It was a rather harsh winter that year
Yes.
in
England.
Galway, England.
Yeah, got it.
Galway, England.
Yep.
The place.
Not London.
Nope.
Galloway.
Galway.
Yeah. Okay.
So growing up as a boy.
You started off as a boy.
As a
Yeah,
boy,
good.
Galloway. Okay.
You got one.
We're getting warmer. Okay, so I always loved to dance
And right.
and write plays.
There it is.
That incorporated dance.
Sure. And that's what you did for your third play,
My third play.
which you're about to discuss with all of us.
It was called
Romeo.
Romeo. It was called Little Romeo.
It was called Little Romeo.
Little Romeo.
Because you were young. It was almost autobiographical about your childhood, maybe?
That's right.
There it is.
I was a rather salacious young man.
Yep.
I loved finding myself in the thralls of a woman.
Oh, even as a child.
As a baby. I craved women's touch.
Yes. Well, I mean, like a motherly's touch.
No, I would crawl to women in the neighborhood. I would just
Oh.
crawl right in through their door.
And do what?
Just touch them.
Okay.
As a baby. It
Consent-
was okay. I was a baby.
Right. No rules for babies.
That's right. Carte blanche.
Yeah. But so the play's about that?
A little bit.
Okay.
And then I get bigger. And I find my first love at school in the schoolyard. And she is quite the number.
And women were allowed to go to school back then.
I believe none of us were
Okay.
at our level in the social system.
Whatever.
School was for nobility. But
Yeah.
what had happened was there was an old man who adopted me and my brother Willis.
Your brother Willis.
And he was successful.
Uh-huh.
And so he adopted us. We were from the projects,
Uh-huh.
Telford region. And
What was he ever talking about?
I could never, as God is my witness, I never understood what that damn Willis was talking about.
Yes.
And I asked him more times than I could possibly count.
I wouldn't even want to hear
Every time
how
I
you
asked.
asked.
It went unanswered. Just a room full of laughter.
Yuck. You know? What is his deal?
He was a troubled boy,
I bet.
that Willis.
And so how did the play end? This third play of yours.
So-
What was the name of it again?
Little Romeo.
Little Romeo. Right. Who was Little Romeo?
It was
Based on you.
based on me.
Got it.
Yes. It was played by a gentleman I believe was called Mandrake.
Okay.
Names were so weird growing up.
Yep. Names still are.
They're weirder now, I would say.
Yep.
And I shall. So I had graduated from school now. Now we're in Act 3.
Wrapping up.
I had just finished school.
What's the big conflict?
So my thing was now we're getting to a point where my desire to touch women is unbecoming.
Oh, it's becoming a problem.
It is a problem even then.
Even by those standards.
Those
the
standards
16th
were
century standards.
non-existent. I mean,
Yeah,
it was basically
that's bad.
There was one rule. It was just don't hunt the king's animals on the king's
Right.
property. Just don't hunt most of the time.
Yeah.
That was the rule.
Okay.
And fight in a war if we need you to.
Where are you going with this?
So anyway, I found love.
You found love.
But we had toiled on the king's land. The one rule.
I thought the one rule was no hunting.
Well, it's just like a innuendo, right?
Okay, I got it.
So I turn out to be a serial killer.
Okay. Jack the Ripper.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
People have been dying to know who that is. And you're saying that that's you, Kyle Shakespeare.
That's right.
And you're the brother of William, or you are William?
Careful. I think my assassinator's coming.
Oh, fun. Wait, I'm lost.
This is how I die.
Is this happening right now? Or this is how the play ends?
So where we're at in the play is I die. But that part is happening now.
Oh.
I'm out of ideas, and I just want to die, please. Let me die. So I die, as you all famously know.
Edit.
Under an... Just the worst Improv 101 class show. Like, so awful that, like, it's echoed in history.
I wonder, so I just learned recently, because I've never done an improv class, that if you yell edit, the scene ends. It's kind of like, okay, we went too far, or it ran its course, or something. Yes. The scene ends. And I do wonder if it's ever been said during sex. Edit. I'm gonna try it.
That's good.
I'm gonna date an improv lady.
Or you do it. You can do another one where you go, okay, tag out Torio. You stay.
You stay. Yep.
And you go to the back wall and just cry. There should be a masturbation or
whoa.
There should be a porn themed on an improv class. So they're on the back wall.
That would be weird. And you know what? So many improv people would want to do it.
It'd be like a porn, like
they all be banging,
like group orgy. Yeah.
Yep.
And so it's like, okay, we're a slutty. Okay, you're a nurse, and I'm an edit. That'd be fun.
That
should
would be
direct
fun.
that.
All right, let's put a casting call out. You know what? That'll be Patreon content.
But we're gonna need them to have good improv chops.
Well, you can't just be bad.
You can't just be a porn
I
star.
can't stand a porn where it's just bad acting.
Right? Like, are you a cop or not?
Are you a
Turn
cop
your
or
body
not?
cam off.
That
then.
pizza. There's nothing in the pizza box. You ate the pizza before? Why are you doing this on a full stomach? It's stupid. And dairy?
Yeah. Okay, you're the plumber. You're the plumber. Your pants are around your ankles.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's not just a plumber's crack. That is a plumber's lawsuit waiting to happen.
It's not safe.
Where's the romance in porn?
Where is the romance? I'm gonna find it. We're gonna find it.
Yeah, we're gonna
do some
if we don't find
scene
it,
romance.
Yeah,
coming this spring. We need some time.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the porn.
Yeah, coming in summer.